Welcome to a Rusty Rails Rail Fanning Adventure. On August 24th, 2024, we made a trip to Tweetsie Railroad for their Heritage Weekend event. During the event, you can tour the train shop. So let's head on in and see what they have.
Shop out here in the railroad and rides. I've got my assistant Tim Smith down here. He's going to conduct a tour of our shop here, and he'll be here. Buckle will be here to answer any questions you may have. At this time, I'll turn it over to you.
Alright, this is Locomotive Tweetsie Train Shop. This is the building we've been in since 1997. The original shop is the gray building behind. We use that for tank now. Everything you see in here helps us maintain the trains, rides, tracks, and everything. In here behind y'all, please don't get in the train car. It's not ready for people to be in. That's our newest refurbished train car. We just got it Monday. It's going out next weekend on the train. Then we'll send one more out. That's the last one. Please don't get in it because the tools and stuff in it. We're working outfitting it. A little bit about the shops. Tweetsie Railroad started in 1956. A man named Frank Coffey, that drove the Robins, bought the 12 and the church car and a couple other cars that we don't have anymore, and started this railroad operation. In the 60s, in 1960, they bought the engine from the White Pass and Yukon Railroad and rebuilt it here on site. And then a year later, most people don't know this, Frank Coffey and the Robbins family also built Dolly. The 192 locomotive, the twin sister, the 190, and that was kind of the franchise part at the time. They sold it off in the 60s. At that time, who knew Dolly Parton was going to be a multi-million. But anyways, there's about 9 or 10 of us that work in here. We all have different focuses. Some of us take care of the train, some of us take care of the rides, some of us are machinists, some of us are welders, some of us are, we're a little bit of everything. There's 4 of us here on staff that can run the locomotives. That's it. Matt, myself, DJ, and David. That's the only engineers we have here. It takes 3 or 4 years to learn to run the engines here, and you usually have to fire for a year or two before. So, but I'll tell you a little bit about some of our equipment. Over there at the next to the wall, that is a wheel press. We use it to press those wheels on the axle. They do 300 tons. Right next to it, you see a wheel in the way. That is our They got wheel lathes, and both those machines came out of the original Tweetsie shops in Delaware City. Then the other lathes and milling machines we use to make parts for Tweetsie and our Crown Locomotive Works. I don't know if y'all know, but Tweetsie owns the Crown Locomotive Works. We bought it in the 2000s, and we're the sole supplier of parts for locomotives like at Busch Gardens, Tampa, or Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, and other places. We've done work here in this shop for Walt Disney World, Dollywood, and pretty much every theme park that has a steam locomotive on the East Coast. So we don't quite do as much of it now because of the nature of our business. We used to be closed from October to April. Now we're closed from January. Well, we got January, February, March. So that dictates us taking care of our own stuff first before we do other. Occasionally we'll do small jobs like wheels and stuff. But anyways, I know a lot of y'all are curious about the number 12. Number 12 will be down for a little while. We don't know exactly the extent of the repair yet, but we were doing a preventative maintenance check on it to see where we were at. We found some indications in the firebox that were below what is acceptable to operate. So we and the state agreed not to operate it until we make repairs. 12 is still fully assembled, but starting probably next weekend, we're going to start taking it apart. We're going to inspect the boiler and decide what road of repairs we're going to make. So most likely she probably won't run in the spring. We're hoping to have her out by this time next year, maybe sooner. But we just got to see what we have. So that's about all the information we can give you on it. So 190 will run Christmas, Halloween, and the rest of the season. We are modifying 190 so we can change it back and forth from Halloween to Christmas. Halloween to regular day. So this is the first time we've done this since '99. So anyways, I usually just let y'all ask questions because that's the biggest thing. So if y'all ask some questions, and I'll do my best to answer them. But as far as Locomotive 12, what I said is pretty much it in the nutshell that can be said right now. A lot of answers we won't have until October or November. So if y'all got any questions? Yes.
Considering that 190 is going to be doing double duty for the fall, is there a possibility that 190 might be decorated a little bit less for the ghost train than normal?
We're still deciding on that. It's going to be made to where it can be easily changed. We don't know yet. So those decisions are being made right now. Okay. So we're just going to do what they tell us to do and what's convenient for us. And if you wonder, we just spent a lot of last winter rebuilding 190. We did the running gear and all that. We put a new air compressor on it this year, a new generator, everything. So it's good to go for a couple of years. Yeah. But you never know with boiler work and stuff like that. Go ahead.
Said you supply parts for Crown Locomotive. Do those parts come through this shop, or?
Yes. Yeah, a lot of them we make here. Some of them we have castings made. Like that you got Centrics on the table. They're going to Busch Gardens. We have the castings made and we machine them out. We have all the patterns for the Crown Locomotive. And we have a lot of patterns here for casting parts for Tweetsie trains too. And we're making new patterns as we go. Just an example, we made a great pattern for number 12. It cost us $10,000 to make it. So we had to have it because we had to have great number 12. There's a plus and a minus to everything. So
What is this?
that's a milling machine. It does it machines flat surfaces. So
Does it get really hot here when y'all are working?
not really. In the summer, yes, because we don't have We don't have air conditioning in there,
Yeah.
so all we got is the wind and fans, so it can get pretty stuffy. In the winter, it's pretty comfortable. We got propane heat and all that, so. Yes, sir.
So what's one of the more challenging parts that you've had to fabricate?
Oh, as far as I go, I haven't fabricated much yet. But our machinist retired. He was here for 48 years. So. One of the hardest, probably the hardest thing I've ever seen us fabricate is we'll make even train axles here. Rick will make them for us. We'll make piston rods for locomotives. There's not much we can't make. Some things we can, we can't. So it's hard to say what really be the complicated one. We did one time for Walt Disney World repair a cylinder. That's probably the most complex repair we ever done. We took, we had one of the Disney locomotives here, and we actually completely took it apart because they had a cracked cylinder. And we brazed it up and stuck it in the pit for 2 weeks to cool and machined it. It's on the Roy O Disney, I believe. Yes, that may be the most complex repair we've ever made. So, any more questions?
How do you guys change up? I call them the outside of the wheels, tires. I don't know what you call them. How
We
do you change
bring them in here. We got a ring of fire that's propane operated. We'll set them up on these sawhorses, set the ring on it, light it on fire, kind of balance the temperature, and 8 minutes later the tire's on. And it's reversed to get it back on. So, we just actually rotated 190s last year, just like to do a car. We take the front and rear set and put them in the middle and put the tires on the front from those. So that way we don't have to turn the wheels down as much to get a better plane. So next. Yeah.
What does that yellow thing do?
What?
The yellow thing.
That's the up and down on that.
You want to ask what the whole machine does? But there's no whole machine.
It's a milling machine just like that. Yeah.
What's that puppet for?
That's our crane. Yes, sir.
If someone wanted to do a type of work that you do, what would you recommend they study in school?
Trade school.
Any specific trade?
Well, machine shop, welding, hydraulics, a lot of trades. There's a lot of trades involved in this. You know, you can't learn a lot of it in school. A lot of us started out here not knowing anything. We just kind of learned on the job. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that car replacing a car or is it going to be added on?
That car will, well, for the rebuild purposes, yes, that car will replace the red car. I don't know exactly what order they're going to be in, but it will replace the red car, the front car. It's the only car that has not gone yet. So. We now have 2 handicap cars, which is the new car we built, which is the green one, the second car. We've made both cars where we convert them to full passenger to handicap. So we're going to turn this one into a full passenger car unless we need to swap the other one. Any more? Yes, sir.
Do you know where the Denver Rio Grande flatbed is at?
It's actually in the shed. We got it in the shed. With everything else going on, we just left it alone this year. We were going to use it because right there at the Shenandoah Central train, that flat car has nothing to do with it. So we're just going to leave it out this year. But we're actually getting ready to bring it out this weekend to clean it off because with the tear down of 12, we're going to put the parts on it. So, yes, sir.
So I had a question about how large of a locomotive wheel can you throw and can you balance them here?
Balance them. Well, we can, 190s drive wheels are 48 inches brand new. When they are almost the maximum you can turn that machine. We didn't have much room to back the tool off. But what do you mean by balancing?
Well, you know, a lot of times they'll take metal away because when you're going to hook the rod to it, you know, you'll have a counterweight on one side and then the connection point. And I wondered if y'all balanced them.
We
on the
never
way.
have balanced them, we've left them the way they are, but the slowest speed we run, they don't really have to be that imbalanced. If we were to get up into the 15 or 20 mile per hour speed, we'd have to check the balance on it, so. Yeah.
How tall are 12 tracks?
45, I think. We're gonna turn them too while we got they're coming out too, so, yeah.
So, about pull up there, where did the new logos come from?
What logo?
The Shenandoah Central logos on 12? Like
We
on,
had them made.
Oh, okay.
It's just
Nice.
temporary vinyl. Once it's over, we're gonna take it back off. Yes, sir.
Nice.
If these things, if 12 and 190 was on level track, how fast could they get?
Rule of thumb is the diameter of the driver plus 10 is the maximum speed. Probably get 12 up to 45, 50 miles an hour at 190. That's a straight level track, probably no cars behind it.
Right.
Most likely it'll probably bounce off the track before you get that high. Around 15, 12 was built to run about 15 miles an hour on this mountain railroad around here. 190 was built to run about 30 on wherever. 190 was a generic engine built to go all over the world. This will happen to went to Alaska in World War II. So they're all made to run about 30 miles an hour, maybe 40. Yeah. Yeah. Very soon. Very soon. We actually left this park like this for everybody to see. Wow, that's turnpike cruises are. Any more questions? Yeah.
What is the oldest ride here at Tweetsie, besides the train?
Either the Ferris wheel or the merry-go-round. Probably about the same then. I think the Ferris wheel is 53. The merry-go-round is around the same age, so one of those two is on.
You know something from Israel?
Thanks for watching. I hope you liked what you saw. If you did, please give the video a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell to be notified about future uploads. Also, join our Discord. Link is down in the description down below, and channel memberships are now active. You can join by the join button or the link in the description down below. And we hope to see you along the rusty rails really soon.